Check her out. Let's go. What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Lenart's Subprime Hero.
And we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast live at Digital Dealer 2022 in fabulous Las Vegas. And we are excited to be at the Mirage right now with the one, the only Hannah Lifson. That's right. Welcome to the party.
Okay. So glad to have you here. You know, I always enjoy seeing you. We ran into each other yesterday morning, I think, over at Starbucks, and we got to walk and talk on our way in here. And then I'm so excited to see you. I'm glad that you accepted the invitation to come do the show. Pumped up to have you here. I always got to get a selfie with my homegirl. I always appreciate you and everything. You've always been a supporter of ours too, so thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for everything, and thanks for all the words of advice and encouragement that you always give us, and I appreciate it.
Yes.
No, thank you guys for the invite. I'm super excited to be here. You guys were able to squeeze me in the schedule. It wasn't the invite I was accepting. I was trying to get on your itinerary.
Yeah, well.
Well, you're pretty easy to squeeze in just about anywhere, right? We were just talking about all the space that we have right here.
Literally and figuratively.
right. All of those combined. But no, we're so thankful that you take the time to us. But folks, if you don't know, this is an alumni of the Car Guy Coffee podcast. Right. She has been on here before. She ain't no rookie to Forgive Focus Fly. She ain't no rookie to Brewing Solutions. And she's always brewing solutions. So tell us real quick, the solutions that you are brewing, what is it that you're doing while you're here at this event this time? I see you kind of backpacking it. You're getting around, you're doing your rounds with the people, seeing them, making smiles come through. But what is it that you're getting out of this digital dealer this year?
Oh gosh, this one in particular is really fun for me because as a vendor, we normally have a booth. But at this one, we decided not to, and just sort of doing some speaking engagements, which is absolutely liberating because it means we're not tied down to the booth. We don't have to have that schedule. So instead, I've actually had the opportunity to go to a lot of sessions, see what's going on in the market, kind of get a chance to network with some dealers who I haven't met before, as well as stuff like this. It gives you the opportunity to kind of get out and do some stuff personally as well. So it's been a big event. I think attendance has been great. And there's as many old veterans in the industry. There's a ton of fresh new faces. Shaking hands, kissing babies with some in the industry, you know? So you've definitely seen me floating around a little bit more than I typically do.
Well, you know, since the last event, there's been some changes. You know, there's been some shifts in your life. You know, tell everybody now what you're currently at and where you're at.
Absolutely. So I'm thrilled to announce I just accepted a new offer with LTT Media.
LTT Media.
LTT Media.
Exactly. And they're a digital auto agency based out of Chicago. They've been in the industry for 15 years. So a lot of really well-established big clients, but really new and like cutting edge technologies. We're a Google Premier partner. We work with Amazon. So if you guys or anybody listening is interested in getting into that space, we definitely have the connections to chat about.
Wow, that's a big deal, you know, and I love that you're making shifts. You know, there's a reason why you shifted. You know, what about this company got you excited to come make a shift there?
Well, you know, there's a couple of things going on. You know, I feel like the stars were just kind of aligning, but I actually had a client at my previous company, and he said, hey, this company is doing some really exciting stuff in marketing, which has always been my background in digital auto. And sure enough, they were, and they had an opening. And again, it just all kind of happened. And I'm super excited to kind of bring them to this stuff, but in a little bit of a new form, like stuff like this with you guys.
With a fresh brew, right?
Exactly, a fresh brew.
That's exactly what we're trying to do. And that's exciting because, one, you are always on the forefront of trying to make sure that you're on the cutting edge of what's going on technologically, while also maintaining an authenticity of who it is that you want to be in the industry and who it is that you want to work with. We absolutely do love the honor that you gave us by kind of paying attention to our brand, knowing what's about us, what's not about us, what looks like us, what doesn't. Love the fun that you recognize we try to bring. As you're seeing all of these fusions happen with all these different companies, some faces are changing, some company names are changing, and maybe some people are jumping sides of where they were last year. Maybe they're with a different company now and they're making things happen. But seeing so many people make this their first time at an event like this, what does that say to you about the climate going forward?
I mean, I think the name itself, Digital Dealer, are the exact forefront of the industry. They are digitally savvy dealers that want to know what's going on and have a pulse in the market. So I think if you're just getting your feet wet or you've been coming for 20 years, this is one of the best places to network with other dealers that have the same and share the same mindset. Of course, there's always a place and room for traditional, But as you know, even just the last 2 years, as we've had to evolve just as people, and especially in the B2B side of the world,
yeah, I agree.
this is one of the best places that you can look at emerging technologies, or like as you mentioned, acquisitions, acquire. Like, and if you're not at one company, you're probably at another. Auto is a really small knit community.
It
So,
is.
as you mentioned, if you're going from one place to the other, I'll still run into you, and it's typically here.
Right. That's so true. So true. And inside of that, that just shows a little bit more of how broad this industry is.
Oh, yeah.
You can find your niche in this business one way or another, especially if you're looking to bring a genuine, true solution to the market, right?
Totally.
You can be of any color, of any background, of any gender, and you can find some great success inside of this company. How encouraged are you about the future when you're seeing so many find their way into the industry?
Yeah.
Because the boys club isn't quite the boys club
It
anymore,
is
right?
not.
What does that feel like to just see that, hey, we may not be wherever there is yet,
Yeah.
right? But we are definitely moving the needle.
Absolutely. I mean, just for myself personally, when I initially started coming to these events about 10 years ago, sometimes I was the only woman in the room, which I don't mind being. You know, I understand it's a part of the industry and just this general demographic, but now I'm surrounded by women. And some of my best friends are dealers also in the space. So it's not just on the vendor
Right.
side that we're seeing so many women take these roles. And these aren't entry level roles. I'm talking about CMOs, CEOs,
Leaders.
like they are emerging leaders. And actually just yesterday, we partnered up with Digital Dealer and we hosted the first ever Emerging Leaders Women Luncheon.
I saw that.
And there were almost 50 people that came. It was just sort of for industry veterans or first time rookies to come by, grab lunch, grab a drink, and just shake hands.
Mhm.
Because I remember being that person where there was no one else in the room to do
Right.
that with. So I think it's great, and I hope that this is the trajectory as to where we're going. But you know, I think it's just a bigger and bigger melting pot of everyone that's coming together. And maybe auto wasn't necessarily someone's first choice, or like how they got into this
I
industry.
think most of us. Was
Yeah,
Right.
most of us fell into this. Whoops.
But now I think now people are actually taking it more seriously. There's
Yes.
college courses now
Yes.
on auto and
Love it.
specifically digital. So
I love it.
it's pretty cool. I'm
there is.
I'm positive about
There
it.
really
That's
is,
awesome.
and it's
That's
for all
good.
you out there, you marketers, you
Yeah.
advertising people, you code writers, all that type of stuff. This industry's for you. There's a great opportunity, a big opportunity for you
Huge.
right now. The digital age of automotive is still slightly behind. They're catching up, but they're still slightly behind. So if you're innovative and you know how to do those things, get into this industry. If you're a woman, get into this industry. We need more leaders, and even though we're starting to see more, we still need more. Right?
Yeah,
Go
come
to
on down.
if you're a college graduate, come to this industry. You'll find that you probably make more money in this industry than a lot of other ones out
Just
there. I can tell
saying.
you that too.
There's a lot of degrees not being used in this room right now.
There's a lot, and I can tell you it's unique. It's very fun, but you can even use your degree and come in here and crush it. So it's this industry is open to it all, especially in today's world. It is needed more than ever, and having people like Hannah in the industry is, to me, great. It's a great way to be able to share, not just that you're a woman, but that you're somebody that's okay with making changes in life and growing and finding ways to make the business better. You just said you dropped 10 years that she's been coming to these events. There's been a lot of things over the last 10 years that this world has changed so much. You've seen the landscape, even Digital Dealer, the stuff that they're talking about, the vendors that come here,
Oh, 100%.
completely different. You just said in there were so many first time attendees here. That's big, that's
Huge.
really big, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the one in the spring looks like again.
Right.
I love that one too. I don't know if it's going to be Tampa or Orlando yet. I haven't heard, but I want to go to that. And I can't wait to go to that and see how many more first time people come. I have a feeling that's going to be big because it is. There's some changes happening right now,
Agreed.
man. So what are you most excited about over the next year that you see coming in this industry?
Gosh, that's a big question. How much time do we have?
Right, as long as you want.
I think, and I'm hopeful that there will be just inventory again,
I
so that we
agree.
can
Yeah,
kind of get out of this sort of reactive versus proactive strategy.
And it's monopolizing the conversations.
Correct.
It just keeps doing that.
So, I mean, I think in a dream world, and I'm hopeful in the future that there will be more inventory coming. I've heard on the later half of 2023 there'll be more. But what I'm also looking forward to is now that we've had, I guess we could call it a hiccup in the system in regards to the chip shortage.
Yeah, I would call that.
Yeah, is that what we
a glitch in the matrix?
Just a small glitch. I think it's really a good time for dealers to take a look at what has been working and what they maybe were forced into a little bit through the pandemic, honing in and keying in specifically on the digital elements and like where can I start actually putting those advertising dollars and what's important and how far can I sell into that pipeline where initially a lot of the times you didn't have to do that. And I hope that now there's strategies for longer future, marketing tactics that can come into the play, which I think dealers initially maybe weren't looking at or thinking so far into the future. So I'm hoping that now we can start looking at like 160 days into the future with these strategies. It's not just like, okay, 30 days, turn and burn, what's the gross? We have to start thinking really big picture in the industry.
Because if you're thinking 30 days, you're already too late. Because things that are going to happen 30 days are stuff that happened 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago. It's that you have to really be that far ahead and really look into the future. And when you can do that and do it with the right data, the right people, the right information, you're going to do it way more efficiently. And it's not so scary. It's almost like having a crystal ball in front of you and being able to read the future if you really look into these numbers. And it really is. I mean, it's crazy. It may seem like magic, but it's actually science, and that's what's so cool about it.
And I mean, in that, you got to think. I mean, it isn't that much magic. It isn't magic at all, and it doesn't take a crystal ball to realize whether your kid, who is right now maybe in a size 4, is going to grow into a size 5, a size 6, right? We buy clothes for that kid to grow into, knowing that that's what's going to happen. If any of these things that you plug into your store make you better, well, then there's some problems that comes with growth, right? Sometimes there's a little bit of pain that comes with growth, and understanding that you have to plan, project, and then actually put foot to the pavement to make things happen. But at the same time, still be open to say, wait a minute, I still have more room to grow. I still have more room to change. I love that you keep bringing that challenge to the forefront. And I kind of want to know, because you ain't no stranger to this neck of the woods, what is it that you like to do when you come out to Vegas? Where do you like to go? Shows, food?
Well, you guys, I have to be quite honest. So back in my younger years, I used to come to Vegas a lot personally, just for fun. I did enjoy like the club scene, the gambling. It was all so easy to get to from San Francisco. But as soon as I got into automotive, I've never come back for pleasure.
Oh, wow.
Just because we have to come here
Yes,
so
we don't
much,
have to.
So much.
often. But now when I'm coming for business, my absolute favorite thing to do is find a great restaurant. I mean, there's so many good celebrity chefs here, as well as like a good wine bar. And fortunately, most of my clients enjoy this type of, entertainment as well. So that would be my favorite thing. It's like the wining and the dining. And then
I agree.
Secondary, maybe the shows. And then once in a blue moon, you'll catch me out and about on the town. Yeah.
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
I totally get that. You don't see me out there too often either, but every once in a blue moon, you'll find me at one of the clubs.
Right, it's gotta be the right time, the right place.
Right.
Maybe a night that I
haven't had enough
don't need as much rest. Right.
Right.
As I get older, I get wiser, and I understand that I have to have a long day the next day because I want to come into these shows and bring all that energy. I also want to get educated as much as I can, so my brain needs to be awake. But it is. There's great food out here. There's great entertainment. There's great places to take your clients, show them around, eat some great meals. Like you said, celebrity chefs.
Yeah.
I love good food. So when you get to come out here and enjoy almost any type of dish that you want, it's here in Las Vegas.
That's what I
Come
love
find
about
it. Take your clients out.
Favorite thing of Vegas.
Favorite thing to do. Good
Favorite
food.
thing. That's
It really
right.
is.
It's not entertaining unless you're getting some good eats. But seriously, and it's so incredible that we get the chance to hang out with you as often as possible.
Always
we
incredible.
love that we have you inside of our
You guys are
network.
so
We're so
sweet.
grateful for you. And we want to make sure that we do remind everybody how to forgive, focus, and fly so that we can keep going. So we're going to
Focus and
shout it
fly.
out
Okay.
on 3, nice and loud and proud. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive, focus,
fly, and keep growing, keep growing. Great
Thank you,
job, Hannah.
Hannah.
We appreciate
You killed
that.
it, girl.
Car guys
She
and
killed
car
it.
gals, that is going to wrap up our interviews for the day here at Digital Dealer Day 2. And we are excited that we've been brewing with the absolute best
Always
in
with
the
the
industry. And we're so thankful that we have this one right here, the one,
The only Hannah Lifson.
That's right,
Woo!
everybody. I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And you've been Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Thank you so much, Corey, Facebook user. Congrats, Hannah. And Tony over here giving some love. We appreciate you guys
For life.
tuning in with us. If you're watching this on the replay, make sure that you give her some hand clap emojis, a
Hey,
little
let
coffee
her
cup
know.
emoji.
Reach out to her.
Let her know that we appreciate her jumping on the microphone today. But we'll see you all tomorrow for day 3. Let's brew, everybody.